Okay, good morning. Welcome to Math Project 77. Today we're going to look at one problem, just a little counting problem. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, the first odd number is 1, the second is 3, the third is 5, and so on. What is the sum of the first 20 odd numbers?
Well.
Okay, wait. Do you understand the problem?
Yeah, and I see something about the odd numbers.
Okay.
That they differ by 2.
They differ by 2. We have to figure out 2 things in order to solve this problem. What do we have to figure out first? What's the first thing we have to figure out?
Well, what are the first 20 odd numbers?
Right, we have to figure out what are the first 20 odd numbers, and then we have to figure out how to add them up. Okay, so the odd numbers differ by 2. That's a very good thing to notice.
Well, we could just write out all the 20.
Well, let's see, write out a few. Go ahead and start writing somewhere. And let's see if you can see a pattern. Oh, here, go try to write over here. So you don't run out of room. See if you can start writing about right there.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11.
Okay.
I see a pattern. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 1.
Okay, so let's see. This is odd number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what do you think is going to be?
Well, then we just put 1 on the 3, and then 5, and 7, and 9.
Okay.
So that means it will be 13, 15, 17, and 19.
Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so without writing them out, can you figure out what is going to be the 20th odd number?
So now,
See if you can see any patterns.
well then it would be 21, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. Let's see. So 21, 20, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 35, 37, and 39. 39.
Okay, so 39 is going to be the 20th. Okay. Alright, so 39 is going to be the 20th.
I can so it's going to be 39.
Okay, so hold for just 1 second. I want to show you another way we could have figured that out. I just need to make sure I got the camera right.
Pointed
Okay.
right.
Okay, so it was kind of like a problem we did the other day. To get to the second odd number, you added 1 2. To get to the third odd number, you added 2 2s. To get to the fourth odd number, you added 3 2s.
So, yeah, I recognize this. The number of 2's at the bottom is 1 less than the 2 number, which is the top.
Okay, so to get to the 20th number, how many 2s are we going to add?
We're going to have, it'll have 38 2's.
Nope.
It's actually it will have 39.
What will it have? What is 38? If you had 38 2s together, what number do you get?
38 times 2, but that's not going to be it. 10 times 2 is 20.
So it's how many 2s? What number is number 39?
Is our 20th number.
How
So
many
it's going to have 22's.
How many 2s did the first number have?
0 2's.
How many 2s did the second number have?
1 2.
How many 2s did the third number
I just
have?
got a little confused because this seemed to be almost lined up.
Yeah. How many 2s did the third number have?
It had two 2's and then fourth and 3.
Okay, so how many 2s is the 20th number going to have?
19.
Okay, so the 20th number is going to be 1 plus 19 times 2.
So that's the same as 20 times 2.
1 plus 19 times 2 is the same as 20 times 2?
1 plus 19 is 20 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2.
Hold on a second.
What do you mean 1 plus 19 times 2?
It's going to be 1. Okay, so I got the camera aims down low here. Okay. The first number first number is 1. The second number is 1 plus 1 times 2, which is 3.
Yeah.
1, the number 1 plus 1 times 2,
Yeah.
which is 3. The third number is 1 plus 2 times 2, which is 5.
Yeah.
Right? The fourth, what's the fourth number? Fourth number here.
Is 1 plus 3 times 2.
1 plus 3 times 2, which is
1
plus
7. 3.
1 plus
6.
6, which is 7.
7.
Okay? And what's the 20th number going to be? 1 plus
19 times 2.
19 times 2. And what does that equal?
39.
Okay, because it's 1 plus, what's 19 times 2?
38.
38. So it's 1 plus 19 times 2, which is 39. Okay? So you can list them out like you did. And you found that you got 39 as the answer.
Yep.
Or you can see the pattern that you're always just adding one more 2, and you can write a little formula to tell you. Because if I asked you what the 1000th number was, you wouldn't want to write them all out.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now we figured out what the 20th number was. Now I guess I should erase a little bit. We figured out what the 20th odd number was. It's 39.
Yep.
And so we have to add up
1 through 39.
1 through 39. Well, this eraser's not working too well. Is there another eraser?
No.
Not sure why this eraser's not working so well today. So we have to add up 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus ... plus 35 plus 37 plus 39. That's what we have to add up.
Well,
Okay, do you see any way
yeah.
to do that?
I've had lots of these.
Okay.
So we just write it backwards.
Okay.
1. I'm doing it this way.
Okay, that's fine.
1 plus 3 plus 5 plus ... plus . Well, if we write it backwards,
Well, if you write it backwards, what number is going to be paired with 1?
39.
Okay, why don't you, so start from there. Start from the end, so sometimes it's a little easier. So that's going to be
39 plus 37 plus 35
And so what number is going to get paired with
Plus
7?
33.
33. Okay, very good. Okay, so when you write it like this, you get two equations. This is what we're trying to add up.
Well,
We can just call it x. And this it also equals x. It's just the same thing written forwards and backwards.
yeah, we can add, we add those two together and we get a bunch of 40s.
Okay, so you add these two equations together.
And you get a bunch of 40s.
Okay, go ahead and write out all your 40s. 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus ... plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. And what does that equal when you add those two equations together?
Well, that's going to equal 20 times 40.
Okay, well hold on. Remember, what did this equation equal in the first place? X?
X. And
So what is, when you add them together, you get 2x.
And that also equals 2 times 40.
Equals what?
Equals 20 times 40.
Okay, so 20 times 40.
Well, I can do 2 times 40,
20
which
times
is 80.
40
It's
equals
800.
2x.
It's 800.
So 800 equals 2x. So what does x equal?
400.
400.
X.
How about that? So, and x was the sum of the first 20 odd numbers.
Awesome.
So that's interesting. So let me just, while we have an extra second, let me just show you something that's kind of neat. if I take the first odd number and just add it together, I get 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 16.
Yeah.
1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is 25. Do you recognize a pattern with these numbers? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Do those numbers look familiar?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, well this is, 1 is the same as 1 times 1. 4 is the same as 2 times 2.
Oh yeah, the square numbers.
9 is the same as 3 times 3. 16 is the same as 4 times 4.
The square numbers.
25 is the same as 5 times 5.
The square numbers.
Now when I added up the first 20 odd numbers, no, so look at this. When I add up the first 1 odd number, I get 1 times 1. Okay? When I add up the first 2 odd numbers, I get 2 times 2, which is 4.
Yeah.
When I add up the first 3 odd numbers, I get 3 times 3, 9. When I add up the first 4 odd numbers, I get 4 times 4.
16.
When I add up the first 5 odd numbers, I get 5 times 5. And what did we get when we added up the first 20 odd numbers? We got 400.
Times.
And what would you expect? If you add up the first 5 odd numbers, you get 5 times 5. If I add up the first 20 odd numbers, what do you think I should get? Remember, I got 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5.
400 times 400.
No, not 400 times 400. How many odd numbers were here?
1.
How many odd numbers were here?
2.
How many odd numbers were here?
3. 400 times 20.
So, when I had 1 odd number, I got 1 times 1. When I had 2 odd numbers, I got 2 times 2.
Yep.
When I had 3 odd numbers, I got 3 times 3. When I had 4 odd numbers, I got 4 times 4. So how many odd numbers do I have here?
There's 20 odd numbers.
So what do you think I should get? Remember, I got
20
1
times
times...
400.
No. Let's try it one more time. When I have 1 odd number,
Yes.
I get 1 times 1. When I have 2 odd numbers, I got 2 times 2. When I have 3 odd numbers, I got 3 times 3. When I have 4 odd numbers, I got 4 times 4. So when I added the first 5 odd numbers, what do you think I'm going to get? The pattern went 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4. So the pattern when I have 5 odd numbers, what do you think it's going to be?
5 times 5.
5 times 5.
And then it's going to be 20 times 20.
When I have 20 odd, the first 20 odd numbers, you get 20 times 20. So we should check, is 20 times 20 400?
Well, you can just do 2 times 2, which is 4, and then add on 2 zeros. It's 400.
Right. So the first 20 odd numbers add up to 400. So this is a neat little trick with odd numbers. If you add up the first however many odd numbers, like if I add up the first 50 odd numbers,
Yeah.
I get 50 times 50. If I add up the first 1 million odd numbers, I get 1,000,000 times 1,000,000.
1,000,000 times 1,000,000. That is going to equal a big number.
1,000,000 times 1,000,000 is a very big number. Yeah.
Because 1,000,000 is a super big number.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Very good, sweetie. Oh, the homework problem.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Olympiad 75, number 2.
Cool.
And Olympiad 75, number 2, you're doing something a little bit different. You're adding up the even numbers instead of the odd numbers.
Hey, here's the other eraser.
Oh, good. All right, good job today, sweetie.